Welcome to our new Aikido Intro program. It's designed to attract and engage more young adult students. I'm Tom Collings, instructor at the Long Island Asian Studies Dojo in Belmore, New York. Since the early 1970s, the practice of traditional Aikido has been a big part of my life, and I treasure those years in Japan, studying with Morihiro Saito, Kishimaru Ueshiba, and Koichi Tohei. During 7 years' work in emergency mental health facilities and 30 years in law enforcement, Aikido helped keep me safe in some very dangerous situations. I discovered that applying Aikido principles in their simplest form provides practical protection against real-world violence. This intro program follows that approach. For the past 2 years, my students and I have experimented with new ways to introduce Aikido to a new generation of young people. We took a hard look at how we teach, and we made some hard choices and confronted some of the sacred cows of our tradition. Through trial and error, we developed an intro program with a modified curriculum and teaching methodology, but we were sure to maintain the core principles of Aikido.
This program incorporates modern learning methods and realism into the Aikido experience. We adopted an approach known as SMART goals, which has an excellent track record in education, business, and government. The letters stand for the 5 critical features of any successful project. They're specific. That means limited and focused. In terms of our program, it means practical self-defense. They're measurable, clearly measured success, and we do this with stress testing. These goals are achievable. Nearly 100% of our students achieve success through the Evasion and Escape program. They're realistic, meaning practical. We involve real-world attacks, and time-limited, not ongoing. Ours is a 3-month course. This is a bare-bones curriculum. It's limited to a single goal, evasion and escape from attack. It uses hip-based circular body movements and requires only gross motor skills.
Unlike the attacks used in sparring or classical martial arts, these are barrage attacks. They reflect the common forms of violence I've seen firsthand during 30 years of law enforcement on the streets of New York and in city jails.
Narrow Aikido curriculum is influenced by military and police training, where time is limited and students need to move from training to the field within a few short months. The curriculum also benefits from modern research into the adrenaline stress reactions of police during critical incidents and soldiers in combat. Under acute stress, complex and fine motor coordination is severely degraded, no matter how much a person has practiced. But well-practiced gross motor movement, simple large body movement, isn't effective. Another reason for downsizing the traditional curriculum comes from the research of W.E. Hick and others regarding reaction time. It shows that the simpler and more limited the choices, the faster the response time. A narrowly focused curriculum, limited to Aiki-based evasion and escape, meets these criteria.
And our first technique is basic body turning. Hip-based circular movement.
Very simple when it's done slowly. A little more challenging fast, but start slow. Arms are relaxed at the side. Hip-based circular movement with stable upper body, which means erect and relaxed. Okay, give that a try. And the emphasis on that was of the three Takemusu elements, that's water. Smooth circular motion. As we speed it up, stability becomes harder, so we have to add the second element of Takemusu, which is earth. Earth, it's a little of a heaviness feeling. It's all about balance. So as you speed up, you need to add a little of the earth element so you're not wobbly. And you can begin to allow the arms to swing a little bit if you like. Right? But you're working on stability just like a gyro. Try that. Next exercise is slow, paired static practice. Static meaning the attacker, the uke, is not moving, but you are. So it's your job to walk right up and engage those hip turns and just roll right along. I'm going to be moving to reach or to shove you. You do the same practice, okay? Next exercise, Andrew is going to be reaching to grab you or shove you from the front, then he's going to do it from the back, then he's going to do it from the side. Our second technique is same hip-based turn, but allowing the arms to swing freely as you move. Upper body is still relaxed and stable. Power and energy is still in the hips. Okay, try that.
The second half of each class adds arm sweeping motions during assertive entering. This is essentially a sword raising and cutting motion as we step in and turn. Basic Bokken Suburi can be helpful to teach fluid arm motion as well as developing powerful ki.
We're adding the third element of Takemusu, which is fire. Water was your beautiful, smooth, circular motion, right? Earth was the stability that you had even when moving faster, right? The third essential element of Aiki is fire. And here's where we introduce Iai and Atemi, designed to destabilize an attacker before you even touch. Ki practice, for fire practice, for bringing out fire, the fire element out of us, which most nice people rarely do. O-sensei gave us this tool. Right. So see if you can free up the fire element, the aggressive element that you do need for just a moment in entering. Right? Hey! Okay? Release that energy from you and just give us a few cuts, practicing fiery cut. Each one more explosive than the next. Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Now we're putting that into the same exercise we did before, except we're adding fire.
Hey! Hey! Ah! Hey!
Same movement, but a different spirit.
Hey! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey!
Next practice is paired static with that movement and that ki and that atemi.
Hey!
This is very close to an absolute collision, but your hips are turning, so it's not.
Hey!
The combination of the ki and arm sweeping through nage momentarily disrupts the attacker's mental and physical stability. This creates an opening for disengagement and escape. It can't be in front of him. Atemi can't be in front. It has to be through. It has to create a momentary freeze response and startle reflex. And that's involuntary and reflexive. That happens to even the toughest, meanest person, right? It's involuntary. When a sudden sound, hey, is near us, when something suddenly goes in our eyes and face, and that's all we need, momentary mental and physical instability, right?
Hey!
With fire.
Hey!
The next exercise is in motion paired practice, slowly. Even slowly with this practice, we need to use eye protection, okay? Both for our partner's safety, and so we don't feel inhibited and we do the real atemi.
Hey! Hey!
The final few minutes of every class is stress testing. During the first weeks of class, students are only observers, watching the instructor and assistants perform this. After 10 or 15 classes, students begin to volunteer to participate. By the third month, most students are ready and anxious to be stress tested. The attacks are primarily with edged weapons and blunt force weapons, coming in rapid fire series of strikes, stabs, and slashes. Unlike most martial arts, which attempt to block or cover up to defend against the barrage of blows, we rely on non-resistance and hip-based circular motion to get out of harm's way. We go full speed, full power, with multiple strikes, not single ones like in classical martial arts, right? But multiples, 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 a barrage of strikes. We wear safety glasses, safety eyewear, and we wear head protection. Notice how the attacker's intention to come with multiple blows or stabs is neutralized by the student's circular evasion, allowing them to essentially disappear from attacker's view before a second or third attack can be launched.
Back off! Ha! Back off!
We use rubber knives, not wooden tantos, both for your safety, but also so the attacker is not inhibited at all in giving full speed, full power. We simulate a pipe or a club with a short shinai, which is bamboo. And we use the full-length shinai to simulate a baseball bat.
Back off!
This stress testing connects with our SMART goals in several ways. It gives students an objective measure of their skills under realistic conditions. It provides critical feedback to identify and correct mistakes. And it builds confidence in students' realistic self-defense capabilities.
Hey! Hey! You almost dented my car! How about I dent your face? Hey!
Students build a simple skill set for evading and escaping worst-case situations.
Yo, give me $1. Nah. Back off! You cheap bastard! Hey! Back off! You cheap bastard! Hey!
Take my money! Take my car!
Go behind those bushes.
Take my money! Take my car!
Go behind those bushes.
Confidence in their Aikido-based skills will surely strengthen Aikido's reputation and credibility. I know that change can be painful, but I also know that if we're not willing to make some changes, we may see the end of Aikido in our lifetime. We need to make every effort to eliminate barriers for beginners. The biggest barrier for many students is ukemi, a very skill-intensive, time-consuming, and anxiety-provoking challenge for many students. This program eliminates the need for ukemi. Other barriers for beginners which can be removed include requiring uniforms, sitting seiza, using Japanese terminology, and bowing to the shomen photos. We do not eliminate bowing onto and off the mat, or teacher to student and student to student bowing. We also keep shugyo, that's meditation and breath work, not only because it was at the core of O-sensei's practice, but also because it builds a student's poise under stress. Another critical benefit of this program involves the COVID pandemic. Many people are avoiding close contact activities now. Yet our traditional curriculum is filled with skin-to-skin contact exercises such as Tai no Henko. This evasion and escape program offers the benefit of minimal physical contact. The students in this program really enjoy it. They achieve the short-term goal of self-defense through evasion and escape. Many of them make a strong connection to the art and become long-term students. Those who don't continue still achieve their goal and leave with a very positive view of Aikido. It is sure to strengthen Aikido's credibility and public image. Thank you very much, and we hope you found this presentation useful.